Women of Reddit, what's something specific that you wish men would stop doing? If a woman tells you she's a lesbian when you're flirting, it means one of two things. 1. She is a lesbian. 2. She is pretending to be a lesbian so you'll stop flirting with her. Either way, you should stop flirting. You just haven't met a real man, still haven't. Being mean to girls they find unattractive. Try to touch me with dirty hands. Go clean your talons first. Please stop sending dick pics to random women online. It's just straight up creepy and gross. If a woman wants to see your dick, she'll ask for a picture. I don't know how many, but a lot of them seem to know this and send it anyway. Basically a fucked up fetish. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure 99% of the men still doing this are aware, and that's what gets them off, lol. When you need to get past me, please don't put your hands on my waist tips lower back to move me aside. I don't know you. Stop touching me. That's why I say, out of my way, you fucking tourist. Just because a woman is not smiling, it is not your job to change that. But, I took an oath in clown college. Harming or threatening harm to women who reject them. An advice to all men, the boobs don't make a honking sound when pressed. What a disappointment. It's like stick weapons. You have to supply the noises yourself. Shoving their dicks in with little to no foreplay, thinking we want rough sex. They struggle to get it in, and then wonder why. Like him, maybe because I'm dry as the Sahara? Internet big words. Man said WAP is a myth. No is a complete sentence. Sorry, I am bored at work, so this was a bit short. What I meant is, if you are in a relationship with a guy, no would be a short, perhaps cold answer, but I don't think that's what OP meant. I meant it as, if a guy bothers you for any reason, like he wants your phone number or any socials you don't want to give him, you don't need to provide a reason, because a simple no should be enough. Unfortunately, a lot of men, yes I know, not all, won't take just a no for an answer and must know the reason, because whatever. So, to answer the original question, I wish some guys would just accept a simple no, and would stop asking again and again and again for something that has already been answered with a no. Also, thanks for the award, kind Reddit stranger. It's wild to me how movies and TV shows treat a woman saying no like it means, you haven't put enough effort in, keep trying. I learned on my own that any form of no means no. Thinking that what the guys in Norp do is what we want. OMG, yes. 99.9% of Norp is basically just cock worship. Regular, healthy sex doesn't work like that. In a lot of Norp, it's basically just the guy sticking it right and with little to no foreplay for the woman, though the guy usually gets head or a hand job before. And then the woman starts acting like she's about to come right off the bat. I get that Norp is supposed to be fantasy, and that a good portion of it is geared towards men. But too many guys go out into the world thinking that that's how it works. Confuse politeness or kindness with flirting. Completely misread a new friend's caring nature as flirting tail end of last year. Developed a huge crush and told her. Her reply was, "Oh God no, haven't heard from them since. It's friends until someone specifically tells me they're interested in me, from now on." Ladies, this is exactly why guys don't get the subtle hints. Sometimes we can totally see them, but we're afraid to do anything about it because we might be wrong. Story time. Met a woman through a dating app years ago. Met up for coffee, had a good time, but she tells me while she enjoys my company she would prefer to just be friends. Friends for several years, occasional dinners, movies, escape rooms, etc. Everything 100% platonic. After 5 to 6 years of this, I start to think things are changing between us, but I tell myself not to be that guy, and continue just being her friend. One night she invites me out to a group gathering for her birthday. We're having a good time with everyone. She eventually pulls me aside and gives me a prepared speech saying how much she loves having me as a friend and all, but she wonders if I would be interested in trying to date. I'm surprised, but not shocked since I had noticed the recent change in behavior towards me, so I say yes, let's give it a shot. She asks why I never picked up on any of her flirting over the past few months, and I straight up tell her I noticed, but didn't want to be that dude who read too much into friendly gestures and ruined a good friendship. We have been together as partners for over 3 years now, and we're planning our wedding next year. Acting like they're single while having a girlfriend. When you have a boyfriend-girlfriend, you still file your taxes as single, rather than married. Sure sounds single to me, yes. Calling yourself an alpha or sigma male. You aren't necessarily hurting anyone by doing it, but no one takes you seriously when you talk like that. Edit so people can stop asking. I could be wrong, but I think people who call themselves sigma consider themselves lone wolf types. In my opinion, I think they're trying to come across as one step less douchey by not believing they exist to boss people around, but it is clearly ineffective. It is cringe in every single way possible. Dismissing our safety concerns and trying to gaslight us out of taking basic precautions. And then blaming us if we do get assaulted. Assuming that when we are in a mood we have our period. Telling us to smile for their ease and comfort. Telling us all we need is sex. A good dicking down, if our moods don't suit them. One time, I was at a work holiday dinner. I was just sitting there quietly, not talking, sipping my wine. A man at the table across from me catches my eye, puts his fingers at the corners of his lips, and draws a smile. Like, I'm just sitting here. The same as you. You're not smiling either. That's when I give the biggest, creepiest smile and maintain eye contact with crazy eyes. Please, God. Some men don't wash their asses when they shower. Because it feels gay. Stop worrying so much about being a macho manly man. Being secure in your manhood is way hotter. Go wash your ass. As a man, I find it disgusting to think about that there are people who do not wash their ass. It's basic hygiene in my opinion. Spitting on the floor in public. Why do they do it? Being addicted to Norp and viewing everything women do as sexualized. Eating a banana, eating ice cream, spilling water on my shirt, wearing less clothing because it's hot as fuck outside, etc. Your friends with vaginas are just as fully human as your friends with dicks. They're not pets, or PlayStations, or weird robot dolls you have to feed scripts to so they'll fuck you, or drop on the side of the road if they don't. They don't derive their social status from whichever friend of yours they're dating, and they don't exist on this earth specifically to entertain your friends' girlfriends. Sometimes they don't even like your friends' girlfriends. On account of they are people, not some kind of high mind that happily drones in the background while you and your male friends do important man-social things for men only. Blaming women because they don't want to sleep with you. Ever heard of a self-fulfilling prophecy? Why would any woman want to be around someone who thinks like that? Murdering women who reject their advances. Thinking that being a woman is a reason for her mistakes. I was one of the only 3 girls in engineering course, 60 people. And if I did a mistake at class it was because I was a girl. But if my male course mate made a mistake, it is only because humans are not perfect, and next time he will do better. Medium light skin tone emoji modifier. Wash your hands after you piss. It's disgusting how many men don't do this. Telling us, girls can't do anything, when we don't know how to do one thing. Weaponized incompetence. Assuming women are on their period every time we get upset about something. Getting mad at rejection. Acting like the big man of the family, the provider, while being so needy that they can't prepare a piece of toast or pot of coffee or pick out a pair of clean underwear for themselves. So, I think it's a thing only from Philly because I haven't seen it anywhere else, but just randomly spitting on the sidewalk. It's so nasty. One time some old man hacked a loogie on my lawn in front of my house. It was so gross. If a woman says she doesn't want children, don't respond by saying she doesn't know better. I don't know where you guys get off of telling a grown woman that she doesn't know what she wants, but it needs to stop. If she does not want children, respect her decision. Not calling out other bros for misogynistic behavior. Treating women as if they're children. There's a level of protectiveness that I find attractive in a partner when it pertains to me, but what I absolutely loathe is a partner mansplaining or talking down to me due to their own superiority complex. I'm a 28-year-old female who has worked for everything she has. Yes, I really am. I don't need a partner who backs me into a corner like a kid. Challenge me, certainly. Treat me as if I don't know any better. Absolutely not. Raping. Acting like anger isn't an emotion and saying women are more emotional than men. Following women when they're walking. I've been followed by cars, followed by men yelling at me, had dead silent men follow me to work and then stand outside, follow my friends to a bar we're walking to, etc. It isn't all men, sure. But most women have been followed. I don't know why they do it, to feel powerful, I guess. To instill fear that they know where I work or what bus I take. Edit. Every dude in my replies arguing about how they sometimes are behind a woman, and what are they supposed to do. Just know that if you're not being creepy, it isn't an issue. That's not what I'm talking about. In this context, followed versus walked behind are two very different things. If you're simply walking behind a woman who appears freaked out, it's probably because she has been antagonistically followed or verbally or even physically harassed, threatened, harmed. As long as you aren't being creepy, you're good. If you're worried that you appear like you're following her, my advice would be to call someone in chat, like a couple people recommended in my replies. This makes it so it's obvious she isn't a target of yours or even on your mind. You're busy going about your life. Or either slow down or speed up and pass her. Don't match her pace so that she sees you keeping stride in the corner of her eye. That's so scary. And lastly, have some sympathy. Women don't act afraid with the intention of insulting you, they act afraid out of protection of themselves. Asking women in meetings to take notes. Me being nice doesn't mean I'm interested in them. It's a concept called politeness. Here's the thing though, there is also still a lot of reflexive assumption that men will make the first moves. He will ask you out. Or he will invite you to dinner. Or in a relationship he will initiate the kiss, sex, whatever. So while a lot of guys do misconstrue all attention as sexual attention, there is also a you miss 100% of the shots you don't take thing. Are women who are burdened by guys doing this more likely to initiate the date, relationship, whatever themselves when they actually do like the guy? Or is it just, I wish all the guys I don't like would see me as being polite and all the guys I do like continue to ask me out? Because most guys have no idea which group they're in. Personally, I never assume anyone working a customer service job is seriously flirting with me. But there are guys who go home with the bartender, and that doesn't happen if you don't try. Thinking their wives are live-in maids. It's not your wife's responsibility to replace your crusty socks, underwear, or make you a doctor's appointment unless you're actually ill or otherwise impaired. Like, does my partner have to deal with my menstrual cup? And oh, never. The act of insisting and not taking rejection well. It's so creepy and pushes the person away more. But movies taught me I would win the girl by being persistent. Are you telling me they shut down the Ferris wheel I climbed up because I was a creep? Stop excusing other men's shitty behavior. I read some comment along the lines of, why are all these responses things good guys already know? And it's because a startling amount of those good guys are perfectly okay looking the other way when their buddy makes a rape joke, or insults the girl who didn't want to date him, or yells at a woman across the street. Whether or not you know it, most likely there is another man in your life like this. Stop letting it slide and say something. No. Oh, he's just joking. Or, he would never do that, he's a good guy. Bullshit. Even something as small as a, hey, that's not cool, goes a long way. Way more than 1,000 women in a Reddit thread sharing their lived experiences ever will, sadly. Reacting weirdly if I say something nice. Either they dismiss the compliment, or they get angry, or they think I'm flirting. It's rare for them to say thanks, Eve, been working really hard on this. In men's defense, men don't really get compliments, so men don't really expect it. I think that's what makes it hard to react to. Rape. Unsolicited advice. Don't tell me to smile, I'm not here for your amusement. Don't tell me I'd look nicer if I let my hair down, it's up for a reason. Don't approach me with some comment about my appearance. I promise I'll make you feel 2 centimeters tall when I'm done with you. I don't want your comments about me, I'm perfectly happy with myself. Leaving pee on the toilet seat or floor and not wiping it up. It would be great if I could walk 2 whole blocks while wearing shorts and a tank without being approached. Stop it. I'm not looking for attention. It's just hot out. Communicating to us through our husbands, boyfriends, fathers, etc. I was doing 3D modeling work for a guy in Italy a few years back, and when he needed something done, he'd tell my husband what he wanted done, and tell my husband to tell me. It was so frustrating and belittling. My husband was working on something else for him that had nothing to do with my project. Yet every damn time he wanted something done, he'd tell my husband, not me. Ever since then, I've refused to work on the same project my husband is working on. Coming on our forums and arguing, harassing us. Dating the worst of the worst, and then thinking every woman is like that. Women do this to men too, and I wish we would stop too. Stop telling me you like me when you don't. Being thirsty and assuming every woman on the net is looking for some. Stop believing that men are superior than women. Edit. Thanks for helping me correct my grammar. I love learning English every day. Call me Han, medium light skin tone. Asterisk superior to. Spitting on the sidewalk. Playing the "what about men" game when someone is talking about a women's specific issue. If you care about a men's issue, that's amazing. I love it, I'm here for it. Don't hijack a conversation about women to talk about it. Start a different thread, cause, conversation, etc. Oh man, this is a good one. It's broadly applicable to gender, race, economic class, political affiliation. If you have an issue, then start a conversation. Don't interrupt another conversation about a different issue to focus attention on yourself. Engaging in toxic masculinity. Fellas, you're beautiful people worthy of support, kindness, and love. It's healthy to have emotions. All emotions. To feel scared, sad, insecure, etc. Support one another. This goes for all genders. Life is hard. Let's be excellent to one another. Thinking that if you rub her pee hole means you're pleasuring her. Jesus Christ, just get down there and get a visual on the objective, mate. This is a communications and feedback issue. If someone is doing something and it's not pleasuring, guide the hands. Talk about sex like adults. I wish men would stop needing to be told to do something around the house. They have eyes. Most of them can clearly see that the trash is overflowing or that they left their dishes out. Pick up after yourself. Learn how to feed yourself and dress yourself. Stop waiting on your so to be your mommy. Being a man is not an excuse for you to not be able to take care of yourself like a grown-up. I would like men to stop thinking that when we say no, it's now a challenge. Acting like a genuine friend only to try and have sex with you. Believing women are a monolith, and just because this one woman likes something, all women will. Goes for sex, friendships, work relationships, anything. Raping and murdering. Stop hitting on lesbians. We really don't like that shit, to put it mildly. Don't put others down to raise me up. Had an ex-girlfriend who actually did this, saying how I'm smarter than most girls, or really good at this for a chick, or even berating a waitress and saying, "You would never dress like that for attention. You can compliment me without putting others down." I don't say, "You're nice for a boy, so don't say I'm something or other for a girl." Continuing to do a thing a person has asked you to stop doing as a joke. Like there's this thing that dudes often seem to think is cute and funny, where like, in a movie, the fun-loving man and the stick-in-the-mud lawyer lady are taking a painting class, and it's his solemn duty to teach her to loosen up and live a little. So he dabs a bit of paint on her nose, and she goes, "OMG, stop," and he does it again, and now they're rolling around covered in paint making out while romantic music plays. But in real life, he is drunk, has sat on her chair and broken it, and instead of apologizing is now laughing and leaping around her kitchen swinging a chair leg over his head, hooting and hollering while she powerlessly begs him to stop before he breaks any more of her belongings. I don't think men realize how terrifying it is when you're a woman asking a man to stop something and he doesn't. Even a harmless joke. It makes you realize, holy shit, I cannot shout loud enough for him to hear how serious I am. I cannot physically stop him from doing whatever he wants to do to me. He can do whatever he wants, and there is nothing I could do short of causing grievous bodily harm to stop him. Always. Every single time. If someone asks you to stop something, even if they're laughing, stop immediately, even if you just stop long enough to explain why it's important to you to keep doing it. Always stop immediately. Not taking no as a full sentence. Please stop treating us like appliances. We aren't your cheap labor, your free therapist, your perfect breeding animal, your expert chef, and your 24/7 child care. We are not replaceable or inferior or substitute for a punching bag. We are people. And you can stop excusing your behavior as traditional or biological or anatomical. You do know better. Catcalling. What's the purpose? I don't want to have sex with you just because you screamed, "Nice tits," at me from your car. Making laws that restrict me. Bottling in emotions. It's not bottling in. It's casting aside that which has no productive use for us. Nobody is rewarding an emotional man. Nobody. For our entire lives, starting with the kickball game in grade school, There is absolutely no benefit to spending one extra second wallowing in our emotions. We move on as quickly as possible because the lessons are clear. The world ain't gonna wait for you to feel right. It's just going to move on and leave you behind and alone. We wish women would be taught a little more of this. Your feelings are yours, and they are real, and they are legitimate. But nobody is required to alter their schedule to accommodate them. When feelings can slow the rotation of the earth and extend a day, then we need to adjust for them. Until then, it's a you thing and up to you to deal with it. That thing they do where they hit on you and put you down, then hit on you some more, hoping that lowers your self-esteem enough to date them. Harassing women online games or VR. I get harassed way too much, and it's getting to a point where I just don't go online anymore. Be nice and I will like you more. Stop feeling women up in VR. Stop stalking women. I have had all this happen to me. I'm sick of it. I hope someone agrees. Making choices about women's rights and women's bodies when they have no fucking clue what we as women go through and experience. Stop leaving hair everywhere after shaving. My sink is a disaster zone after he trims the beard. Trying to get into our pants by acting like our friend, then feeling entitled when we friend-zone you. You know, because we thought we were friends? Monologuing when you're supposed to be having a conversation. I've talked to so many dudes who will just talk about themselves for 2 hours straight and not even let me get a word in edgewise. Believe it or not, women have thoughts and opinions too. We're not here to just listen and nod and agree with everything you say. Ask us for our thoughts. Be curious about our minds. Just ask us a fucking question. It's not that hard. We're people too. Listen and you might actually learn something. Do you have a similar story? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.